Today, I am going to explain an American sex comedy movie, American Pie Presents Beta House, released in the year 2022. The movie is about a group named Beta, who describe their method of adding new members into their group, and by their unity, they beat their rival group and overtake their house as reward for their victory. But before we begin to tell you the story, please subscribe to our channel so that you are updated with the exciting recaps in the weeks to come. The movie opens, and we see a young boy named Eric, who has gotten admission to college and is shifting to his hostel with his father and his friend Mike. On their way, Eric's father suggests Eric to forget about his girlfriend, who has broken up with him, and enjoy himself with other girls at the college. Eventually, Eric and Mike arrive at the college, and when he leaves for the washroom, a girl named Ashley arrives in the boys' washroom to have a bath. When asked, Ashley informs Eric that they are allowed to do anything as they are in a coeducational system. After a while, Ashley asks Eric to pass her the shampoo bottle, but Eric gets nervous after finding another girl in front of him and rushes outside after accidentally peeing on Ashley's belongings. Eric then enters his room and finds his roommate, Bobby, having a good time with his girlfriend, Margie. Eric feels weird after finding them in this situation, but Bobby assures him that Margie has no issues with it at all. During their conversation, Margie's bubblegum gets stuck in her throat, and Eric has to help her as Bobby was tied to the bed. Eric's father and Mike arrive and leave after finding Eric in a weird situation, and his father motivates his son by thinking that he has started working on his advice about having fun with girls at college. The movie shifts to Dwight Stifler, who is seen in the hostel, looking for two girls named Laura and Sarah. Dwight meets them and reveals to them that he has been appointed to help them explore the college. The girls find Dwight attractive and get ready for the trip to college. Meanwhile, Eric, Mike, and Bobby are seen waiting for Dwight in his room when he arrives there with the girls and welcomes them to the college. Dwight leads them to a party where Eric re-encounters Ashley with her friend Denise and is embarrassed to see her, but she does not mention what he has done and acts as she likes her. Ashley apologizes to Eric as she is leaving to attend a party at the Geek House. After Ashley leaves, the boys wonder about Geek House, and Dwight mentions the rivalry of their beta house with the geeks and reveals that the geeks are the rich guys who are liked by most of their teachers. They have taken the most beautiful girls, as they consider geeks their tokens of a better life after the degree ends. Suddenly, Dwight's friend Bull arrives and informs them that the party has started. Eric, Mike, and Bobby get lost in the party after watching the beautiful girls having fun with the boys, and they eventually question Dwight about what they will have to do to be members of the beta group. Dwight leads them and informs them that they will have to impress his friend Wesley if they want to become betas. Then he mentions that Wesley is the kind of man who drinks a lot and forgets what he has done while he has been drunk. He adds the incident of a Bangkok boy Wesley once adopted while he was drunk, and the boy was about to cause a national incident. On the other hand, geek leader Edgar and his fellows start preparations for the downfall of betas and determine to set the standard of judging people by their GPA. After everyone gets busy with the girls, Dwight finds Eric looking here and there and motivates him to be the one he always wanted to be by forgetting his girlfriend and asking Brandy to give company to Eric. After that, geeks interrupt at the party, and Edgar claims that soon the betas will be out of liquor and other fun stuff for the party, while he takes everyone from there by assuring them of providing everything they need to enjoy, and at the same time Eric throws out alcohol on Brandy and loses her. The next day, when all the betas are sitting together, Wesley and Bull complain that Eric is not the type to be a beta, but Dwight asks them to give him a chance and claims that he will stun them all at the end of the semester. Eric is sad, and when he enters the washroom, he encounters Ashley again, who informs him that her friend Denise is interested in Mike, while Eric judges her body language and plans a dinner with her. Later that night, a girl tricks Eric and his friends, and when they reopen their eyes, they find themselves in front of the betas. Dwight tells them that they are here because all the other gangs in the university break their new members mentally. But to become a part of Beta House, they will have to fulfill 50 pledges, starting with getting their backs signed by a stripper. They are led to a bar, where they get beaten by the strippers for demanding an autograph. Eventually, Eric gets his back signed by a stripper who appears to be Dwight's friend, and they pass the test. Eric is seen on a date with Ashley when Dwight's friends sitting next to them create a scenario and throw water in Eric's lap, and they have to leave the hotel. Ashley leads Eric to her room, and when she is trying to help Eric with the swelling, he has gotten due to the hot water. He accidentally ejaculates on everything around him, and gets embarrassed. Eric feels sorry for Ashley's teddy, but she asks him to stay calm. Ashley is then stunned to know that Eric has not made out for a long time. On the other hand, Mike is with Denise and is having a good time with her when Denise stops him and suggests him to try something else. After that, the boys share their experiences with each other, and when it comes to Eric, Bobby and Mike advise him to masturbate as many times as he can so that he may be ready when he gets a chance with Ashley next time. Eric takes their advice seriously, and when he is done acting upon it, Ashley appears at his door and makes him recall his promise of going out with her. Ashley and Eric set up their date on the lawn, and they start kissing each other for a while, but things do not go well for Eric again, as he has masturbated many times. Subsequently, we see Mike and Denise again, and when Mike attempts to get closer to her, she interrupts and suggests using the same method they have already used. The next morning, Eric, Mike, and Bobby are teasing the geek girls and Edgar with their water guns when they mention their previous experiences. Dwight listens to them, and he doubts that Denise can be a boy pretending to be a girl, and he asks Mike to be careful next time. Mike takes this seriously and keeps dreaming about Denise. He notices in his dreams that Dwight was right, and Denise is not a girl, due to which he awakens and gets scared. After that, Eric is lying in his room when he receives a call from Ashley, and she immediately appears as the call ends. The duo starts kissing passionately and is having fun when Mike and Bobby arrive, and Eric has to leave to complete the remaining pledges. In some of the pledges, Ashley accompanies them, while the rest of the boys complete them by themselves, and in one of the pledges, the boys get married to each other for fun. Eventually, all the pledges have been completed, and Dwight congratulates the boys for completing all the tasks within a short time. Dwight welcomes them into the Beta Club and leads them to the Silver Dollar Bar to celebrate their success. Dwight is having fun with his boys when Edgar arrives, claiming ownership of the bar, and orders security guards to throw Dwight and his friends out. In the following scene, Dwight and his friends are seen locked up when the police officer, Mark, informs them that their lawyer has arrived. The lawyer, Nova, arrives in no time, and Dwight introduces him as an ex-member of the Beta Club. Dwight explains the situation to Nova, who informs them that he has talked to the district attorney, who is willing to take back all the charges if they never head to the Silver Dollar Bar again. Dwight opposes the idea, stating that geeks are planning against the beta way of life, which they can't stand. Dwight questions Nova about what he would have done in such a situation, and he agrees to make the life difficult for the geeks. Next, the newly admitted betas plan a robbery at Edgar's house and successfully steal his motherboard while he is busy with his assistant. Edgar gets mad at this robbery, and when he comes to see Dwight and his gang at Beta House, he finds his motherboard there, which makes him more furious, and he challenges Dwight to a Greek Olympian competition. Dwight replies him that the Greek Olympian has been banned for a long time, but Edgar asks him to be a man and makes him accept the challenge. Edgar makes one more amendment. The losing team will have to leave their house. Dwight and his friends meet Edgar, who warns them that there is perversion in Greek Olympian competition, which cannot be good for them. Finally, Dwight manages to convince Nova to enter the competition, revealing that he was the last captain of the winning Greek Olympian team. During this conversation, Dwight receives a letter in which someone summons him to meet in order to learn Edgar's weakness. Dwight arrives at a secret place to see the man claiming to provide him information about Edgar's weakness, but the man appears to be Rock, a rival of Dwight. Dwight thinks it is a trick, but Rock stops him and mentions how Edgar made love to their sheep, due to which they were kicked off the campus. The next day, the Greek Olympian competition starts, and Nova announces that the winner of the next challenge will be the one who will open the maximum number of blouses of the girls standing in their respective rows. Dwight participates in and wins the competition for Beta House, thus defeating Edgar. The following competition is called the Battle of Ares, in which Edgar cheats and arranges a professional fighter against Bull and wins the competition. In the next two competitions, the geeks again win by catching the pig and by defeating Eric and Ashley in a race, leading the series by 3-1. Nova announces the fifth competition, in which the participants will have to shoot the gun containing an aged horse's semen in one of its shells. The loser will be the one who gets shot in the mouth with the sperm. The competition gets serious as time passes, and Dwight asks Edgar to try if he dares by adding 2 capsules of the sperm at once. Dwight passes his turn, while Edgar ends up getting shot with the sperm. The next day, the Beta and Geek teams are challenged to drink a container of beer within a short period of time. Both teams try their best, and when the betas find that the geeks are using the modern instruments to win the competition, they summon Wesley, who helps them win. Eventually, the final competition arrives, in which the participants will have to control their ejaculation. For this task, strippers are arranged to seduce both participants. At first, everything is normal, but when things start getting out of Dwight's hands, he orders his team for Code Red, and Margie appears there dressed as a sheep. Margie approaches Edgar and starts seducing him, which makes him ejaculate, and the beta win the Greek Olympian competition. In the following scene, we see that the members of the beta house have overtaken the geek house, and a party has been arranged for them. Everyone enjoys the party his way. Mike finally confirms that Denise is a girl, and Eric gets a chance to make love to Ashley in the cinema. The movie ends when all the betas are together, enjoying their time at the new house. Overall, American Pie presents. Beta House is a great movie to watch with an amazing storyline, so make sure to check it out. To watch many more exciting recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe, as that's the only way we can keep making these fantastic recaps, and like this video. Let us know in the comments section about your next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Thanks again for watching, and stay safe and healthy.